muted? All right, there we go. Thank you. Keep the microphones muted. All right. So the Lord had said to Abraham, he was instructed to go to the land and I will show you. You know, during this pandemic from last year, we have been given different paths to take, yes. And even as adults, it seemed overwhelming sometimes. But just as Abraham trusted the Lord, then we are going to continue on that path, trusting him. God can be trusted to guide us. God can be trusted to guide us. I know a lot is happening and has been happening and will happen, yes, but I believe indeed that God can be trusted to guide us. It doesn't matter what age we want to be. It doesn't matter what our background may be. It doesn't matter our financial status. It doesn't matter our friends. It doesn't matter our educational status. God is reminding someone this afternoon that you can trust him. God can be trusted to guide us. I know with a lot of uncertainties. I know with a lot of issues. I know so many things are happening. Adults, sometimes it seems unbearable, but God is reminding us, lest we forget, that we can depend on him. Yes. And adults, let's look at us. Some of us, our ages range from 20 all the way up, parents and guardians. Hello, who has been doing such an awesome job with you in your life, in your kids' life, in your grandkids' life, in your neighbors, in your community? Hey, it has been the Lord. And so we are charged not to come down from our trust in him, but continue to look to him. This songwriter said, trust in the Lord with all thine heart. So he didn't say in good times and bad times. Nothing about when we have money or no money. Not when things going our way. And he said, trust in the Lord with all thine heart under all conditions and circumstances. Let us trust in him. So as you hum this song, I'll be praying, trust in the Lord with all thine heart and lead not to thine own understanding, but in all thy ways, let us acknowledge him. And then he shall take care of our tomorrow. Hum that song very softly. Father, we come before you. We know that you are enough for us. We know that you fail it never. We know, God, that everything was created by you and for you. And so, God, we thank you because you are in charge. Father of the universe, yes, we salute you this afternoon. We say, yes, you know what is happening in the homes. We say, yes, Lord, you know what is happening in our communities. We say, yes, Lord, you know what is happening in our minds and in our bodies. Glory. We say, yes, Lord, that you are able to do way above what any man can think. Father, you are indeed the shaper and the mover. Our destiny lies in you. Our tomorrow lies in you, not on the circumstances to which surround us. And so, God, as you remind us, because of course, sometimes we forget that we should trust you and you will continue to guide our path. We put before you our meeting, all our parents. You go into the homes, in every community, in every heart, in every spirit. Father Jesus, we say, yes, Lord, because we need you now more than ever. We say, Lord, let your will be done. Oh, Father, as a school family, as a grade family, we said, yes, Lord, we cannot do it by ourselves. And we know that you are capable. You have been doing an awesome job. You fail it never. And so, God, we are depending on you to take charge of tomorrow and the day after and the days and the weeks and the months ahead. Father, everything we put in your hand and in your care, cover us right now and our family members And as a school, we ask that you will continue to guide us, because on you we stand, in you we trust. Our hope is built on nothing less than your love and your awesomeness. Father, we thank you. Continue to guide and keep us as we say thanks. In Jesus' name. Parents, sometimes we forget, but we are reminded. You're not alone. You have someone who is your guide. I must say to those persons who came after we started our devotional exercise, welcome, my parents, guardians. And as we are aware that the reopening of school, yes, that's why we're having main reason for our meeting. And let us be enlightened, informed at this time. And then we will take questions at the end. Just a bit of reminder that we keep our microphones muted so we can have clear sound when communication is going forth. At this time, Madam Principal, it is my pleasure, ma'am. Our principal, Mrs. Barnes Wilson, on the floor. Are you hearing me, Miss?
Yes, Miss Murphy, are you hearing me?
Oh, yes, I am now, ma'am. Go ahead.
Wonderful. Good evening, parents, colleagues, all, vice principals. A pleasant good evening to you all. It is indeed a pleasure to be joining you. And what an awesome thing. What a new norm we're living in. I'm actually joining you from my vehicle. Yes, I'm still in Ocho Rios. But we have called you together this afternoon to share with you, to have conversations with you, to see your faces too. And we want to just to remind you, I heard Miss Murphy reminded you to keep the microphones off. It is okay as well to keep your cameras off until you're ready to ask a question. You can raise your hands. Parents, we want to thank you for the time that you have put in to assist your child or children. We gather you here this afternoon to share with you information that we would have received. I know that you would have, some of you, if not all, would have gotten information via the radio. Our children at grade 6, grade 11, 12, and 13 been asked to return to face-to-face classes as of May 10th. Hence why we would have called you to have that conversation with you this afternoon. We know it is not the norm, parents, and we know at Ocho Rios primary schools would have communicated that to you already, that we would have gotten the green light from the Ministry of Health and Wellness. However, you know that we had the spike in the communities in and around our school vicinity. And of such, we were not one of those pilot schools then. However, grade 6 students, your children, your child will be sitting the exam come the 26th of this month. And so at this time, with a decrease in the COVID-19 number, the ministry has they have collaborated with the Ministry of Health, and at this time they believe the grade 6 and all the children who are sitting exam should get back to school in order to have some face-to-face interaction with their teachers. Now, parents, I want you to understand that it's going to take full collaboration. It's going to take full partnership. I know some of you are still scared as it relates to what will happen. Well, For us at school, our protocols, our reopening protocols, we would have shared that with you. We will share again, remains the same. They will not have all 236 children coming at the same time. We will have them coming to us on different days, and we will share that with you as soon as we get the green light for a new model that the grade 6 family has established. Parents, we need your support. We also note that the transportation segment of all of this process will be significant, and we need your assistance. We need you to continue to guide your children as to the expectations. We know that when they see their friends, they're going to be so excited. But I can assure you, when they get on the compound, all those protocols as it relates to social distancing, physical distancing, and all of that will be maintained. We will also utilize both gates that we have. I wanted to drive around there. I just passed. We will let you know as to how the children, we're going to use the gate at Milford Road and that which is at the Mansfield section. You will know that we have started, the work has started on that. We want to take off some of the trafficking on the main road, and so our main entrance will be on the Mansfield leg. All right. Now, what does this mean? What will it look like come Monday, God's willing? Once there are no any changes with the Ministry of Education. If there are changes, if they say to us, hey, we're not going to open Ocho Rios based on whatever again, we will let you know as quickly. What will happen come Monday, God's willing? We at Ocho Rios Primary School, the teachers of grade 6 will communicate with you tonight into tomorrow as to the students who will come. We will have two groups, A and B. You will be notified as to who will come on what day. Parents, no child will be shortchanged on this rotational aspect that we will put in. No child will be shortchanged. So you don't have to worry. And the teachers will specifically tell you who. They are not going to be choosing these set of students. They are going to be randomly. For example, they will take their register and just say 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. All the ones will come on in group A, and all the twos will be in group B. That's how we're going to be doing it. All right. Now, one group will not get more than the other group. It will be the same curriculum. We have to rev up everything that we have now, parents, in order for our children to do very well. All right. We know that they're going to be using the grade 4 test results that they would have had. We want them. We know your boys and girls can, the additional 2-3 weeks that we have can do something. It can. And so we want to utilize this. We want to ensure that we give it our best. Again, I want to implore you. I want you to know, on the compound, all the protocols will be followed. Our staff members were in today, our support staff. We already, before now, we have been keeping up our compound, our plans, so it's not going to be difficult for us. So we know that is in place. All right. We also want you to know that we will give you the list of things, the mask and all of that. Your teacher will tell you what it is that we are expecting and how the children will proceed while they are on the compound. We have already our coordinator, our team leader for the food and beverage area, Mrs. Coombs-Moore. She was in today. She has done the ordering. Food will be on sale. And we know that your children, for this first week, we are doing fries, chicken and fries, and will be having bun and cheese and orange juice and bag water. We want to encourage you to give them their lunches. Now, you won't have to worry about bundling. Only 100 and half of the 236 students will be on the compound at a given time. All right. We will still have full hours. All right. So we will start at 8 o'clock and we will tell you the dismissal time. All right. We're going to be a little earlier than normal because we want to ensure that our boys and girls, your children, don't linger on the road. All right. So we want you from no to just those persons who their clothes, they have been eating a lot. And everybody put on weight, you just go and get your khaki one suit, and if you can pull out anything, that sort of thing. We want you to understand that this is an opportunity. Yes, it's an opportunity to really rev up, yes, the engine as it relates to giving them additional practice and support. The exam will be of such that they will need to shade in bubbles, and so they need to get the physical practice in doing that. All right. I know you might be asking, so Mrs. Barnes, so when the exam time comes, the 26th, God's willing, what will happen? Will they come face to face? Yes. What will happen, parents, is that our school is the largest primary school in this region, St. Anne and St. Mary. And as such, we have adequate space at our school to have 10 children in a class, the entire grade 6. We have enough space for them. The Ministry of Education has already started to source the persons, the invigilators and presiding officers, these persons who will work with them. All right. The protocols will remain. Parents, we have our wash stations, our 2 large wash stations at both entrances, both gates, and we have single wash station all around. We have our hand towel dispensers. Dispensers are all around. So we have these things in place. Your children will get the opportunity to take mask break. So they will not be in their mask for the entire period. We will have different groups taking breaks, and we have more than one mask break so they can breathe, they can get on the outside and breathe freely. All right. So all those are in place. Their temperature will be checked. One thing I must remind you of, I know you are aware of this because we would have had this discussion before, that no vehicle will be allowed on the compound. And that is one of the protocols, one of those things that we have to uphold. All right. No vehicle. And so the entrance of the Mansfield entrance, that is large. The developer, they actually rolled the mall. So I'm going to make sure to call them again. The vehicles, when they come, they can actually just drive up there, turn around and come back and go. We will give you more clarity, and each teacher, the class teacher, will inform you more. All right. So that is where we are now. We want to prepare. We know I had the meeting just yesterday with the Minister of Education, and as such, we call you as early as best as possible in order to let you aware and where we are. So this is where we are going forward, working together, helping our boys and girls to understand the intricacies as to how to operate the movement. Our sick bay, our nurse came today, and our sick bay is equipped. We have enough. I just collected more dispensers. We have the chemical. Our compound will be fully sanitized again each time, and all of that. We will be activating our protocol, our plan that we would have had before. So just to reiterate some of things, because I'm actually on the roadside, we will have food in place for the boys and girls. We will have our security. Yes. We will not have any vehicle traffic coming on the compound. We have to minimize. Parents will not have that opportunity to be, bombarding on the first day. I don't want to see my son or my daughter, all of that. You will not be allowed. And we want you to be respectful to the rules. And it's because of these risk and then the risk management that has been put in place. We want to ensure that our boys and girls, our teachers, our workers are all safe. All right. So the rules must be followed. And we know that at Ocho Rios Primary School, we will adhere to the rules and regulation because we are in this together and we are in it to win it. All right. So once again, parents, we really want to thank you. As we get the information, we take it to you, we share with you, and we will facilitate the conversation, the questions that you will have. If it is that we don't have the answers to the questions, definitely we will get the answer and get right back to you. But feel free to ask the questions. Our coordinators at the grade, Miss Murphy and Miss Clark, they will be putting in as well. And we have our vice principals with us. We have Vice Principal Green. She will greet before Miss Murphy will go. And after the two ladies, Vice Principal Green and Coordinator Murphy and Clark, after they are finished, then we can ask the questions that you would like to be answered. All right. Thank you again, parents. We really appreciate you and we thank you for the hard work. So over to you, Lady Green, Vice Principal Green. And after Vice Principal Green, we will have Coordinator Murphy and Coordinator Green. Thank you again, parents. I'm driving. I'm still here. Whenever any question, I will stop and answer. All right. God bless.
Good evening, colleagues. Good evening, parents. Good evening, boys and girls who are connected. It's a long time we have not seen many of you. For most of you, I would have met you at grade 5, but we have not seen you for quite a while now. I heard Miss Murphy encouraging you and Madam Principal, Mrs. Barnes Wilson. And we are saying to you that be not dismayed. Be not dismayed. There's nothing that is impossible in God. You are called suddenly. So gear up and be ready for Monday. And some of you may not even know your way out, but trust in God because He will make the way for you. We know that the boys and girls are waiting, they're longing to be at school. And so I know they will be excited to come out on Monday. Most importantly, we want them to be focused and to be ready for their exams. All right, their future ahead is bright, but they have to be focused and do well on their exams. So we want you to be encouraged, and we want you to also encourage your children, motivate them, tell them nice things, tell them what they can be in life. All right, so don't speak the negative things over them, but speak positive things over them, especially the fact that they are preparing themselves now for their exams. Try and avoid or eliminate the fuss with the children and calling them names and telling them what they're not worth or what they're not good for. They are preparing themselves for their future. So work with them and give them all the support that is needed. All right. The Lord bless you and all the best for the rest of the academic year. All the best as Ms. Murphy will lead you on from here. I must apologize for our other vice principal, Mrs. Johnson, who had an appointment at the doctor this evening. And so I don't know, she'll join us a bit later, but please accept apologies for her. All right, I now hand you over to the grade 6 family, and they, of course, will give you all the other information you need. Have yourself a good evening. Nice tomorrow. All right. Love you, boys and girls. Ms. Murphy, over to you.
Thank you, Madam Vice Principal. Thank you, Miss Green. Parents, guardians, my boys and girls who join after. I must say good afternoon again and thanks for the support. We truly appreciate it. And we are standing together strong as a family. Now, parents, guardians, when we started out in October, there were two groups, Group A and Group B, to which students were randomly placed. And we're going to be activating those groups now. So the boys and girls who were members of Group A, they remain. Group B members, they will still be in place. And so we will give a bit of reminder, and it's in the Google Classroom. So my boys and girls, you can take your parents there and show them the group that you are in. And of course, you have your class teacher to whom you can have dialogue. So Group A members, this is your day, these are your days. So it would be Monday and Tuesdays. Please note for me, Mondays and Tuesdays, all the members of Group A for all classes. So members, or boys and girls who are in Group A, we will be welcoming you Monday and Tuesdays. Then Group B, boys and girls, Wednesdays and Thursdays. Please note for me. So Group B members, that's all boys and girls, you will come to school Wednesdays and Thursdays. So Group A, please note, Mondays and Tuesdays. Group B, Wednesdays and Thursdays. On Friday, we get back to our virtual classroom, and then both Group A and group members would be on that platform, the one that we use now. All right, so let's go again. On Mondays and Tuesdays, all the boys and girls for Group A. Wednesdays and Thursdays, all the boys and girls for Group B. On Fridays, no one will visit the school. We will continue with the online platform. So, you know, it's the Google Classroom, the Google Meet session will be on Fridays. All right, now this information, I'm asking you parents, guardians, students, well-wishers, please pass on this information. So on Mondays and Tuesdays, boys and girls for Group A, Wednesdays and Thursdays, we have Group B, boys and girls that will come to school. On Fridays, everybody stay home and we get back on the virtual platform. All right, so we move on. So school will begin for us at 8, as our principal stated earlier, and school ends at 1:30, so that our school ground can be sanitized, properly sanitized, so it can be ready for the next day. Please note our school hours. We begin at 8 and we end at 1:30 p.m. Now, our boys and girls are expected to be in their uniforms. I know a lot of adjustments are needed, and so do the best you can. We're going to be asking parents and guardians if you can help us. Students here should be groomed, yes. You know, it is school setting, so we want to see that school look, right? And so we know as it is now, because we are at home, we just kind of let the hairs grow for the boys and for the girls, right? But because of our school code, dress code, then we're going to, you know, work on that part of it. So the hair should be groomed, and I know parents, as you have been doing for years, getting your student, our student, your boys and girls prepared for a school dress code. Now, because of the pandemic, I'm going to encourage as best as possible. Can you allow the boys and girls to take at least 3 masks per day? And keep in mind, you can wash them, you know, in the afternoon. So you have a good time. So when they get home, give them a bit of responsibility and say, all right, the moment you get home, then I would love for you to do so and so and get it ready for the next morning. Why we are recommending for 3, what if something happens with one? And sometimes there is a string on them, they're not so well, you know, sometimes you pull on it and you realize that you're without. We don't want them to not be safe during the duration of our school period. And so the child could just simple pull for another mask and use it. Might go to the wash area, might go to the restroom for whatever reason. What we're saying, we want to keep them safe. We want them, you know, we're not taking any chance. No chance at all, because guess what happened? We have adults at home. They're adults who are at home, grandma, auntie, uncle, age persons. And so we don't want our boys and girls who go out in the days to, at any point, let down the guard. And then when they get home, then there's a bit of situation there. We don't want that. And so we say, try your best to give them at least 3 masks. Then it would be nice if you could give them sanitizers to walk with. And they're old enough to kind of help themselves. They have observed what is happening around us. They've seen the death toll, not just in Jamaica, but across the world. So they know that it is important for them to be safe and sanitize their hands and keep their mask on and so on. And so we are putting measures in place to safeguard even persons at home. So when you send them out, I don't want you to be worried to say, okay, wonder if the boys and girls are taking care. Let us supply them with what is necessary. Give them the tool to work with to keep us safe as the adults, because you recognize that the adults are the ones who are more at risk. And so protect the boys and girls, supply them with necessary things. And of course, you see, let's do our part. Let's do our part, and the Lord will indeed guide and help us as we chart our way forward. So students will arrive at 8, and of course, we know they depart at 1:30 because of the sanitization situation. We're going to ask parents, can you make an arrangement, transportation arrangement, so that the moment school ends, and let me tell you why I think you should try your best to do it. I know the notice is short and a lot of stuff. Sometimes when the boys and girls will walk on the streets, even down to the bus park, it lends itself to a lot of things happening. Let us not ignore that they're children. They know KFC is open, and they know that Burger King is still in, yes, yeah, that's the truth. And they know that the park is over there. And so we don't want to tempt them too much. So where possible, as much as you can, see what you can do as it relates to transportation. Pick up sharply as school ends at 1:30. Let them go home now and go recap whatever has transpired during the course of the day, and be ready to be at school at 8 in the morning. All right, Miss Clark, our principal had shared already as it relates to the back gate for the vehicles, and so keep that in mind. Our safety, the community of Ocho Rios, it's ours, and we want to keep our children safe, and we want to keep our adults safe. And so we are going to do the best we can. Now our exam is on us, and so I'm going to encourage my parents, my guardians, please send out the boys and girls so that we can do the best we can to help them in the preparedness for this external exam on the 26th. All right, Miss Clark, are you hearing me? All right, I'm not hearing from her. Not sure if she's experiencing some connectivity issues. All right, Madam Principal, have we covered our areas? And of course, the canteen, our principal spoke to that already. All right, so we are going to, Madam Principal, anything else you'd like to add? I see Galaxy A50 hand raised. Go ahead, Madam Princey.
Mr. Murphy, remember that Mrs. Barnes is traveling, so sometimes she'll be in and out, all right?
All right. All right. So at this time, I'm going to Miss Green. I'm not sure what
Take the question and
Miss
answer.
Clark.
Do you have your teachers there if they want to say anything?
Miss Clark. Okay, I'm not hearing from her. All right, my colleagues, please, Miss Ardio. Mrs. Coombs Morris. All right.
Miss
I'm
Murphy.
not.
I'm here, Miss Murphy.
All right. All right. So colleagues, anything you want to share? Or basically we have said it all, right?
You have said it all.
All right, thank you. All right, so let me just do a little recapping. Thank you, teachers. Thanks for responding. Doing a bit of recapping, and then we're going to take a few questions. Miss Green, Madam VP, I'm going to ask that you assist in this area, okay? And my colleagues. All right, so we say school reopens on Monday. Our principal said if there are any changes, we will not hesitate to communicate. We would love to have our boys and girls in their uniform here, groomed. We spoke about the canteen that will provide meals. We spoke about the mask, sanitizer that we ask that our children have available. We spoke about group A, group B. So we said the boys on each class is divided into 2 groups. That was communicated from in October. The information is out there, but we can send it to you again so that you can be reminded if persons are not sure. I'm also going to urge persons to get on the Google Classroom. The information is there where the groupings are. We said group A members will attend school Mondays and Tuesdays. So each week it's Monday and Tuesday. Group B, we say Wednesdays and Thursdays. And on Friday, we get back to the virtual where we'll get the entire class before us. We ask that you, if possible, it's a recommendation that you work on transportation arrangement where possible. And school begins at 8 and we end at 1:30. So sanitization can take place. All right, so let's see if we can deal with some of the questions that are going to be coming forth. All right, Galaxy A50, please open your microphone, and then Galaxy A11.
Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon.
This is Ramar's mommy. I have a question. For those students or for those parents who decided not to send their child to school, what would happen?
Madam Principal, all right.
What do you mean? Evening again. I'm here. It's getting darker. What do you choose not to send your child to school? On children who not to be in school would have been, and we would have communicated this already, would have been the ones with underlying problems, and we would have already received medical certificate for those persons. All right. We have not grade 6. All right.
Well, I didn't learn of that, but my child is an asthmatic child, and therefore I'm thinking about sending him to school, because normally I used to send him to school with his pump in his back, bag. So the teacher of that child should be aware that he's asthmatic. So I am just thinking about it.
Okay. So, mom, you'd have to get that medical thing from the doctor, stating that your child, because when you're talking about the asthma, I think you're speaking specifically to the wearing of mask. Am I correct?
Well, yes,
That
that is a part of it also, but you know, I'm gonna be wearing the mask and play around. They're kids, and no matter what we try to do, we cannot control them in certain area. For the first aspect of it, you're gonna be excited to see each other, as one teacher stated. And that being said, it's a lot of concern. Now, I drive and I would like to take my child to school then, if I decide to send him, because I don't must decide to send him, to be honest. And then you guys are gonna say that no cars is allowed on the compound. With that being said, I am gonna ask a question. I don't know if I'm gonna sound rude or not, but where are the teachers gonna park their car? Because they're all cars.
all
So
right.
to
So
take your child safely, drop him at school, put him in his classroom and pick him up back, because on the both side of the road that is gonna be blocked up after school and all of that. Some of them gonna stray, play together and all of that. So I don't know.
all right, thanks for that, parent. All right, hold on. I'm driving. Let me park properly. Hold on. All right, so thanks for that, parent. We did mention though that we have two gates, two entrances, two exits that we were operating with. All right. Now our main entrance of the children to come, they will be utilizing the large hearing completed, but that is where the seminar which will be utilized are the ones who will be working. Hence, just as when you go to the hospital or anywhere business place, the persons who are there would have to go on the compound. We do not want the congestion. So we do not want normally the big buses, the cars normally come on the compound, and you would have seen some of it firsthand already. So what we're saying is the children are the ones who are coming on. They walk in files and they get on. Temperatures are checked, recorded, and they move along. All right. We can't have the blocking up of cars. So they get on that side of Mansfield Gate is where they will enter from, mainly. So the two gates will be used. All right. And again, it's only 100 and odd children will be on the compound at any given time. All right. All right. I see a lot of hands raised. Miss Murphy, I don't know the order in which they came. Are you satisfied with that response, Mom? Miss Murphy, you don't have to help me with it. Raise hand.
Yes, I will assist.
Well, Madam Principal, I am not going to tell you. I'm not going to tell you that I am satisfied. What I will do is continue to look into the situation.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Galaxy A11.
Lady Green will help with answering as well.
Yes, I asked her too. Yes, I asked Lady Green as well. Thanks, Madam Princey.
You're welcome.
You're muted, A11.
Oh, yes, thanks. No, you're still muted, Mommy. Galaxy A11, you're still muted. Still muted. Still muted. All right, I'm not sure. I'm not seeing her. In the meanwhile, as we await her to rejoin us, Galaxy A50, we just got to A50. All right, Abriel Harrison, I see your hand raised. Abri, go ahead. Good afternoon.
Miss Robin,
concern is not bad signs, like read, and my concern is arbors out there. I don't have a drive to carrier.
Excuse me, Miss
Trying to
Murphy.
run.
The connectivity is not so well. Abramom,
Yes,
the
miss.
connectivity is not so well. So we're not really hearing you as we should. Want to give it a try again, mommy? Give it a try again.
Yes, miss. Size my concern.
Still not. We're still not hearing.
Miss Murphy,
Even Miss Murphy.
Start.
Miss Ardell, Miss
Yes,
Ardell, you
miss.
can go ahead and monitor. Go ahead and monitor the hands and all of that, and Miss Murphy will do the responses. So they can type in the chat if we're not hearing them. Miss Ardell, you will do the monitoring.
All right. I wonder if Aubrey is logged in with more than one device because she's echoing. A11 seems to be unmuted now, Miss Murphy.
Okay, good evening, Miss Murphy.
All right, go ahead.
I'm Samantha, Tony Ann's mom. I'm all the way in Florida. So my question is, I don't know which group Tony Ann is in, Tony Ann Spence. She's in Miss Hardell class. I don't know if it's A or B. That's my question. I want to
All
find
right,
out.
no problem, Mom. That information is on the platform, but we will have it available. We will pull it up and refresh that information so you will have it tomorrow morning.
Okay, no problem.
Yeah,
Okay.
man, thanks.
Okay, ma'am.
All right.
Tanya Johnson.
Yes, miss. With regards to the vehicle on the compound, I just want to say this because we know that life has changed and this is the new norm. And when you go to the hospital, no
Sorry,
vehicles are
Mommy,
allowed
it's
to
a
move.
bit low. Can you speak up just a little? I'm really not hearing as I should.
Okay, I'm saying that life has changed and this is the new norm and we have to adjust. It's just the same as going to the hospital. No cars are allowed on the compound unless it's an emergency. So you have to stop at the gate and park in the parking lot and walk on the compound. So it's just an easy thing to do. And I think we can comply with that. And I think that's the best thing to do for the kids because it eliminates the crowd on the compound.
All right. Thanks for your response, Mommy. All right. Thank you. Miss
Michaela
Ardell,
Kelly.
who is the next
Michaela
person?
Kelly. Michaela Kelly.
Good evening, Mrs. Murphy. You made mention that we need a medical report. It is necessary to take the school on Monday. But Miss, this was all short notice, and I don't know if my mother is able to go to the doctor between Friday, Saturday, and Sunday to get me a medical report. If I don't get one by the period of time there, will I have the opportunity to come to school?
Are you saying that if you don't have the medical report, you cannot come to school? That's what you're saying, sweetheart?
Yes, Miss, I'm asking because
No, man, no. The medical report is for those persons who have medical issues.
Miss, I am asthmatic.
Right, and will not be coming out. But I know you will do your best and Mommy will try to provide you with the necessary things in order to ensure that you will be safe. And as a school family, it is our duty and responsibility to ensure that we keep our surrounding based on the protocols to also keep you safe. All right, honey?
Okay, Miss.
All right, thanks so much. I hope that answered your question.
Yes,
Next, Ms. Ardell.
Wayne McLeod.
Pleasant evening, everyone. Question here. For those students on Group B, while Group A is at school, what will happen for those students? Will they be given an assignment or will they be attended to prior?
All right, thank you. So the boys and girls, when they get in, say group A, of course, that we know Monday and Tuesdays,
Right.
based on what they cover on those days, they will be instructed on what to do for the other 2 days.
So that will be group A, because group A will be the first set going in. But
Right, and then, so group A, which is the first set, go out Monday and Tuesday. They will be given, they'll be instructed what is it that they'll be doing on the other 2 days. And then remember, all persons resume online on Friday.
Yes, but I'm asking for group B, who will be at home and Mondays and Tuesdays. Will they be sent something constructive to do in this in the meantime? Hello.
Good evening again.
Hold on, guys. Hold on.
I'm sorry.
Wayne McLeod's mommy.
Yes, Miss Ardell.
Miss Green, can I answer? Can I help?
Go ahead, Miss Ardell. Go ahead.
Teacher, you're a team.
Go ahead, Miss Ardell.
Wayne McLeod, just as Miss Murphy said just now. So if group A comes Monday and Tuesday, the days that they don't come, their teacher will instruct them as to what they should do on the days they're not there. And the same thing will happen for group B. So they would come Wednesday and Thursday. So the following Monday and Tuesday, when they're not at school, they will also be instructed as what to do in the period.
Okay, thank you very much for that clarification.
Sure. Tasha? I have a Tasha next.
Hello, that was the question I was asking. What will happen to the students Tuesday? Yes.
All right, no problem. Etana? Etana, you can go ahead and unmute.
Yes, can you hear me, Mr. Ardell?
Go ahead.
Hello, you hear me?
Yes, I'm hearing you now.
Go ahead.
Okay, my question is, the entrance to Mansfield, where exactly in Mansfield is that?
It's a little beyond the fire station.
The fire station. Just as you pass the fire station, on the same hand, right?
Okay, just as you pass. I just want to be sure because I wasn't sure where. Okay, thanks much.
You're so welcome. Miss Ardell, who's the next person?
Galaxy A50 wants to go again.
All right, go ahead, mommy.
I am addressing, I want to say this to the parents that comment and say, when you go to the hospital, you have to park in the parking lot. And then if you're sick, then you go to the emergency or wherever, or whatever she did say. There's no parking lot provided by the school, but there's a parking lot provided by the hospital. And moreover, for me, I don't know about other parents, the entrance to Mansfield is very dangerous. I wouldn't allow my kids to walk on that entrance, to buy lunch, to play, or to do nothing. I am only saying it's just my views.
All right, thanks for sharing again, mommy.
Madam
All right, remember the
Parent,
front gate is there, so the child is free to use it.
Miss Green speaking.
All right, sorry, go ahead, Miss Green.
The parent who just spoke, remember that at the school we have our security, so we do not leave the children on their own. The security guards will be at the back gate. And remember, you're entering from fire station. You're not entering from Mansfield. Mansfield is away around from where the school is. So you'll be coming where the fire station is. It's close to the fire station. And the security guards will be at the gate. So it's not like the children will be left. So you will drop them off there and they come straight to the gate. Because you will drive right up to the gate. Because the area, as the principal reported, the area was cleared and marred. So you will drive right up to a little area and turn close to the gate, let the child off, and the child will go straight through the security gate onto the compound. So it's not like they will be left out there to loiter, all right? Or they will have to walk.
All right, Miss Murphy.
Oh, yes.
The other two names I have.
Madam VP, Miss Green, thank you. Mommy, I hope that provide some clarity for you. And remember, we also have the front gates. Remember, there are 2 gates. So the front gate also can be utilized. So the child can walk through the front gate. All right. Miss Ardell, who's the next person?
The names I have are persons who went already, so I'm going to take questions from the chat for a while.
Miss
All
Ardell,
right.
I
What
have
I'm
one
going
more
to
question. My hand is raised.
Okay.
Miss, how long will this physical school continue? Is this only 1 week or will this continue for until May 26th?
All right. Thanks for asking that question. For now, the information that we have received would have been up to the 26th, which is the day of their exam.
Okay,
So
Miss.
let us see what other information would be communicated to us from our ministry team, and then that information will be shared with you.
Okay, Miss.
All right.
Murphy?
Miss Murphy?
Yes.
That the ministry will inform us. So it's not really up to the 26th. We are back to this, and they will inform us as to when we go off. All right. So it might just be to the end of the term.
All right. So let's take it in stages. Let us go until the 26th, and all right, and then we take it from there.
Miss Murphy?
Yes, there.
I think it is fair now that we take some questions from the chat because some have been there
Go
for
ahead,
a while.
darling. Go ahead, go ahead.
This question says, good evening, does the medical from September, well, basically the parent is asking if the medical from September is the one that she can still continue to use.
Madam Princey?
Yes, it would still be valid. The medical report would still be valid because it was for the entire year. So it would still be valid.
Thanks.
Are parents allowed to accompany their child or children to school?
Miss Green?
Yes, they are allowed to, but not onto the compound. They are allowed to accompany them to the gate, but not to the compound. Remember, because we had to cut the number because we have 200 and something boys and girls, almost 300, and we are only taking half of that cohort to be at school. So we have to eliminate the trafficking and the congestion. So the parents will not be allowed on the compound with them.
All right. This next one, Miss, I have a concern. I have bad sinus, and I'm not sending Aubrell out there because Aubrell cannot social distance. And when I am dead, all they will say is condolence to the family. I want to see her going to a high school, and any high school you give her, I will be satisfied because she will learn.
Okay.
My daughter. All right, that's not really a question. All right, but should the back gate be used for drop off and pick up? Miss Murphy? Miss Green?
Miss Hardy. I'm not sure what Mrs. Barnes Wilson explained, so I will let her give you some update on that. So as soon as she joins us back, she will respond.
Miss Green?
Yes, sir.
Miss Barnes Wilson explicitly stated that the back gate is for the drop-off of vehicular traffic, and for those who are walking, they can use the front gate. There's a turning point at the back. So for parents who are driving, they utilize the back gate, turn there, drop off their children, and they pick up at that point.
All right, so the back gate is for all drop off and pick up once you drive. That's basically what he said.
There's a question here. Will teachers be available for online classes for the off days or for Fridays only? Parents will be at school Monday to Thursday. We only resort to the online platform on Fridays, so we can't be at school and online at the same time.
Right.
So that's why we stated that if your child comes on a Monday and a Tuesday, they will be instructed of what they should do for the remaining days.
Online, but
all right, somebody says, my concern is that I understand the sales of lunch will be available, but we do know we can't control the movement of money. Miss Green, buying lunch from the school is not mandatory, right? It's not mandatory.
no, it is not. No,
it
at
is
no
not.
time
So
it
you,
is ever mandatory.
right. So you decide if you want your child to buy from the school or if you want to send them with something. A ticketing system, we still have to touch it. We still have to touch it and we don't have any at the moment. So
Point,
this is all.
Miss Ardell, read the canteen and their students purchasing lunch. They will get a chance to order in class. The lunches will be served, and we have individuals who will come around and who are assigned for the different classes who will come and collect those monies. So it's not like they are going to be lining up and doing all that, right? And again, buying lunch is not mandatory, and we do encourage that if they can, who can, please provide lunch for your children so that they can restrict the up and down if necessary, which they're not going to be just running to the canteen and being in line. No, everything will be done from a class level.
All right. I didn't do my son's medical. Will he be allowed on the compound? Parents, from my understanding, Miss Green, if I'm saying it incorrectly, please correct me, is that you send a medical if your child has an issue which would prohibit him or her from not being able to attend school. So if you know your child doesn't have any underlying issue, just send them to school when it reopens.
Yeah.
Right. So, thanks, teacher. Sorry, I will connectivity issue there.
Okay.
Thank you.
Ms. Coombs, what will be the price of lunch? That's a question I see there.
As it relates to lunch at this time, we'll just be focusing on two sizes: the regular lunch, which is $280, and the 200 bucks, the 280 and the 200 bucks as it is now, right? If there are any changes based on purchasing and stuff, we will let you all know, but that is what it is right now.
Thank you.
Is the principal back on?
I'm not sure.
Because the parents keep asking for us to repeat the info about the gates.
No, she said that she had internet issues, so we could reiterate.
All right.
Go ahead and reiterate for her, Mrs. Coombs Morris, the parent that wasn't there when you said what the principal said.
Okay, just to reiterate, the Mrs. Barnes Wilson did state that the both gates will be used. However, for vehicular traffic, she is asking that all parents, you drive or you're gonna have the taxis drop off your children, please do so at the back gate. There's a turning point, and as Miss Green rightly stated, if you have concerns about security issues, we have always had securities at the back and the front gate. For pedestrians coming in, those are children who are walking along Milford Road coming in, or coming from a taxi along Milford Road, they drop them at the front there. Come on, they walk through the front gate and they sanitize. However, if you have a designated taxi to take your child to school, they utilize the back gate, they come in, temperature check, sanitize, and they proceed to their classes, and the same route will be followed when they are going home at 1:30.
Thank you, teacher.
Before I take two raised hands, Ms. Murphy, if you will allow me, I had spoken on a question a while ago. I see somebody with it again. Is virtual class possible for the second group of children that will not be in physical class as we stated before? Once we are face to face, we cannot monitor we cannot go virtual while being face to face. So if your child is with us at school Monday to Tuesday, when he or she stays home Wednesday to Thursday, they will be given something to do. But for us to meet with them on the Google Meet and so, it won't be possible. All right, Miss Murphy, you can, Demario's mommy,
Go ahead.
was up. Demario's mommy.
Hi, good evening. One of the questions I wanted to ask was already answered.
Okay,
However,
great.
for Monday and Tuesday, say for example, for group A, right? Monday and Tuesday, are they going to be made aware of the books that they're supposed to bring? Because there's more than 10 textbooks with addition to their notebooks, and that's really heavy for their back.
All right.
So are they going to be told which one of the books they're going to bring?
All right. So thanks for that info. Now, grade 6 boys and girls usually have a lot of books, if I might say. Maths and language would be every day. Science and social studies will be every day along with their ability task. Because remember, we still will be working with our timetable. So every day they will have these. But as we go through the days, we will guide them, and we will, if there's a situation that we might not be using a particular book on a day, we will inform the students so that they will know what to do. All right, Mommy, thanks for bringing that up.
Thank you.
All right. We're going to take about 2 more questions.
So the next person is Harvey, Miss Murphy.
Who?
There's a Harvey whose hand was raised. Harvey.
All right. Go ahead. Unmute your microphone.
Good evening, everybody.
Yay. Hi.
Now, hi, how are you? Now, I've seen in the chat where a lot of parents are really disgruntled about sending their child to school. I just want to say that it's a personal choice, because there are a lot of us who believe that the system will work if we actually try. Now, one question I have is it possible to live stream for the kids who are not in school, live stream the classes? And it's just a question we're asking, if it's possible. And for the parents who will not send their kids to school, decide not to send their kids to school, what will happen to these kids who will not be able to attend because of medical reasons? That's my question. Those are my questions.
All right, thanks. We don't have all the answers, but we definitely will try to facilitate as best as we can. Live streaming, you have to have
certain devices, right?
The devices for that, and connectivity and everything that goes with that.
And it would be hard too, Miss Murphy, for you to be attending to those children who are in front of you, giving them their one-on-one, and paying attention to those children who are watching live stream and would need you to attend to them. It would be very difficult for you to do. Yes, teacher.
I don't think it's safe either, because we know the classroom, any incident can occur, and not everything needs to go live. What if a child is ill? What if something happens? What if an accident just happens in the classroom? Not everything needs to be recorded.
Yes. So as for the parent there, as was stated before, that the child will not get any less of attention, because Monday, Tuesday will be for group A. The same thing that was taught Monday, Tuesday will be taught Wednesday, Thursday. So your child will not be left behind. And on Friday, now the teachers will use that opportunity to pull all of them back together online. So it's not that your child is missing out on anything. You understand that, sir? I hope you do. Because if they are privy to what is happening Monday and Tuesday, it wouldn't make any sense for them to come in Thursday and Wednesday and Thursday, because they would have already been taught.
I think he mentioned something about those who will not come at all.
Yes,
because
I
of
do understand.
reasons.
Those who will not attend school at all?
Yes.
Right, so they will do the same as the others. So those who will not attend at all, they will do whatever group B will be doing while they are home. And so when group B comes out, whatever group A will be doing at home, they will do. So they will still be engaged for all 5 days
They
of the
would
week.
have to be having some dialogue with their peers
Yeah.
as well.
And remember that the Google Classroom is there for them at all times.
All right, Daddy, I hope that provides some clarity. I really hope so. Thanks for your input.
Point
Final
taken.
question, because I said I would have taken 2 more. Final question. And I'm going to urge my parents, guardians, remember we're in this together. We are a family, we're a team. And so whatever concerns or questions you might have, your individual class teachers, you can have some dialogue tomorrow with them. And remember, we don't have answers for everything, but we're going to do the best we can to answer or provide some clarity to the concerns that you may have. All right. So one more.
Murphy, and for those parents who join us late, we will have them known that this came upon us suddenly. So it wasn't as if we knew from a longer time. You'd have heard the Minister of Education, the Prime Minister, the Honorable Prime Minister, you'd have heard him made the announcement just this week. And then yesterday we had a meeting with the Minister of Education. So it's not as if we're privy to this information a long time ago and we have not updated you. All right, so we are just trying to see how best we can work through things. All right, we know it would not have been perfect, and we know there would have been some students who will not be able to come out and all of that. But we have to do what we have to do to help the boys and girls. All right.
Thanks, Madam VP. All right, so I'll take the final question and reminding our parents that we are here, we're a team. Tomorrow you get to your class teacher, get some clarity to whatever concerns you may have. And we are going to trust in our God that he is able, and we're going to be patient with this procedure. Yeah. So, I mean, give the process a time. Let us just deal with it in a timely manner and see how best we can deal with the first day, second day, and so on. All right. And of course, even as I was saying before, sorry, just a minute before, as I was saying before, just a minute, that as I was saying before, that when we get to the exam, which is on the 26th, remember the minister said that we will be out from now, so we will not be able to determine at what point the face-to-face ends, but this information will be communicated if there are any changes. So we know that it's face-to-face for us, grade 6 family. We're in it to win it. And so let us be patient and be very supportive and as cooperative as we can. Taking the last question.
Ms. Murphy, I think we have to do more than one. The first one is for Ms. Green. Ms. Green, will anybody be at school tomorrow? Somebody's asking.
In light of the preparation, Miss Ardia, they will be.
All right, thanks, Mrs. Coombs Morris. Thank you. Go ahead, Miss Ardial, with the next.
Are they supposed to take their devices?
On the first day, I would say no. Let your class teacher advise you. Let the class teacher advise you. So if the class teacher makes a request, then you try and fulfill as best as you can. All right, so that would be upon request. All right, thank you, Ms. Hardiel.
Hello, good night.
Good night.
Good evening. My name is Kenisha. I just got home late, so I came in late. I am Devon Freeman's mother. I don't really get to hear much that was going on, but will school be keeping tomorrow or is Monday morning?
All right, so face to face, face-to-face, mommy, will be next week on the 10th, as our Prime Minister and the Minister of Education has informed us in the public media. Then, as was shared in October, that all the classes were placed in 2 groups, Group A and B. So Group A will be out on Monday and Tuesday, and Group B would be Wednesday and Thursday, and then we go virtual
Murphy?
for Friday. I
Ms.
hope that
Murphy,
answers. Yes?
you may have several of those questions coming in because some parents just joined.
All right.
So what you
we
might
will
have to do, right, is to put something in the group.
Good. All right.
Class group,
In the
because,
grade
the other
tomorrow,
parents
our
are
WhatsApp
there.
group parents that we use to
Good.
communicate.
Right.
Good night, parents. Good night, teachers. Good night, everyone. Yes, I finally got through. Just for information, parents, please take note of the group that your child is in. If the child is in Group A, which is Monday and Tuesday, and they did not come Monday and Tuesday, parents, please do not send them Wednesday and Thursday because the classroom will not be able to accommodate them. We have we cannot go over a quota. So if it is that, for example, a class has 38 students, split down the middle, that is 19, we cannot accommodate 20. There won't be any space for that child. So I'm gonna ask, the teachers will post, we will repost the groups, because I know we had done that from October. So we'll repost the groups so parents will know which group his or her child falls in. Thanks.
Thank you so much, Miss Clark. And so that's the
Murphy, one more thing. I was not hearing when it just started what was discussed. However, I hope you have reiterated about the time that they should leave the compound after dismissal, because that is very, very important.
Yeah, I did, because I said for sanitization, remember the team would come in order to get the grounds prepared for the next day. I did.
And the students are not allowed to be loitering and playing. All right, so they have to leave the compound within 10 minutes after dismissal. Right?
All right, thanks
so
much for that reminder.
Right.
All right, so parents, guardians, boys and girls, keep all this in mind. Your grouping, the time when school begins and ends. We talk about uniforms. We talk about the grooming of the hair. We said meals will be available. Get your mask, your sanitizer, have it ready. And of course, where possible, arrangement for transportation so that we can have a smooth exit at 1:30. All right, so parents, in the morning, have some dialogue with your individual teacher, and we will have some pointers that come out of this meeting. So you will have it as a reminder going into the weekend. Please share this information, because I know for whatever reason, device or connectivity or work related issues, some parents are not on the platform in this forum. And so I urge you to share the information that you have received, and so that it will help to bring some clarity and to the concerned persons who are out there. All the best. Let's just continue to work together. I know it's not easy, but we can. Together we can. We're going to trust in the Lord and go forward. All the best. Our boys and girls will do their best. We're going to encourage them. We're going to help them as much as we can. And I strongly believe that with God, all things are possible. Thank you so much, parents, guardians, colleagues. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Ms. Murphy. Have a good evening.
You're so welcome. Parents, don't forget to pray for us, our school family, our boys and girls. Remember, they are the future of tomorrow, and we want them to do well. They are going to do well to continue to keep the banner high. Yes, this awesome island of ours. Yes, woo, we are an awesome set of people. And so our boys and girls will continue this tradition of greatness. Let us believe in them and push them forward. All the best now, and we will talk in the morning.
Okay, Miss Murphy, bye.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. All the best.
Having me. All the
Go
best.
ahead
Have
and
a good
sign out.
night.
Yes, good night. All the best.
Bye.
All right.
What?
Bye. My boys and girls. Mwah. All right.
Bye, Miss. Have a great night.
All right.
Okay.
Okay. All the best. All the best.
You too, Miss.
All right.
Okay.
Bye.